Live life so that you create good vibes. The good vibes. Live life so that you radiate good vibes. The good vibes. Live life so that you generate good vibes. The good vibes. Live life so as to emanate good vibes. The good vibes. Spread the message of your life with good vibes. With good vibes. With good vibes. Welcome to the Good Vibes Podcast. Hey my friends, and welcome to this episode of the Good Vibes. I'm super excited that you are over here. Today we will continue on our journey of evolved learning. Evolved learning is when we learn from all the people in our lives and otherwise, all the things and experiences that we encounter. In general, we learn from life. So get pumped up now to feel alive with the good vibes. Hey my friends, and welcome to the Good Vibes. I've brought you an amazing topic today. It's one that we face in everyday situations, especially when we are on a mission, when we are on that thing we want to achieve or conquer. Or it could also be if we are in a situation where we are finding things are beyond our comfort zone, or we are in the uncomfortable. So the topic is finding the comfort in the haze. Do you get the gist of my conversation over here with you today? Do you get the gist of the message I'm trying to share with you today? It's to find that place, that cozy place, that cocoon of ours in a storm. So we generally think when we are in a storm, it's all raw and we are made to face the cold winds. But it doesn't need to be like that. You can form a small and cozy cocoon around yourself, which helps you feel really comfortable in the discomfort of whatever you're facing. Let's uncover how I thought and went about that today. So this is my journey of this thought process starts in my swimming pool when I swim. Like I told you, I had a fear of exhaustion, and I start to pant. I used to pant every time I did one length, and I found it so discomforting to be in the water till I reach the other end, even though it's just 25 meters. And if you put this in perspective, with all the things we face in life, everything is like a 25-meter pool. When we are in it and we go with the perspective of just surviving till the end, it feels so long. It feels an unending task. It feels like it's a discomforting journey from the first stroke till you reach the end of the pool. But it doesn't need to be like that. I found out that if I just focused on a single stroke or a single breath, I can hold on and sustain myself for longer. So it would go like this usually. I would get into the pool and I would have a goal to reach the other end, maybe do 10-15 laps, but I would start and in my mind I was just about reaching the end, and I would feel like it's a really long journey and I'm made to hold my breath. I'm not breathing at ease, and I somehow felt really uncomfortable in that situation. I wanted to breathe peacefully. I wanted to breathe freely, like in the open. So how do you do it? How did I find comfort in the same thing? Why do I feel the same thing is like another meditation for me? When I used to feel and get terrified of the fact of being in the water and being in the feeling of feeling and being in the state of feeling compressed in my chest, in my throat, because some way or the other I'm overexerting or I'm underexerting because I'm constraining myself with breath. So 3 things you can do. The first is to let go. I found that because I was holding my breath, it's a psychological thing. You hold the things that you feel are dear to you. The same way I was holding on to my breath throughout the journey. And by doing so, I am shortening or I am compressing my lung capacity. Are you getting me? Because I am holding on to, suppose my lung is 100% cylinder. I'm not letting 100% out in each exhale. I'm letting 80% out. So I have 20% of residue breath, which I'm holding for God knows what reason. But I'm holding this breath. And the next time I inhale 80%. I don't inhale 100%. And then when I exhale, it's again, I exhale 80%. So I'm not using my complete self. I'm not using the complete power of my lungs. And the first thing you can do to feel comfortable is to let go completely. It's a whole different level of playing the same game. When you let go of the same thing you feel you're holding on to, like a rope line, I mean, something that is safe and secure and you feel you need it, you're holding on to it. But when you just get into the process of letting it go, exhale fully, like fill your lungs with air completely and blow it all out. And then, do you get me now? So when I did that, I was able to swim with ease. Each inhale and exhale felt even more comfortable, felt even more joyous, energetic, relaxing and peaceful. It felt natural because that's how I made it. It was unnatural first. It was because I was training myself to control my breath and reach the other end. But now I let go completely. I let go, I inhaled completely, I exhaled completely. So letting go was the first thing that I did. So on your journey, find something you can let go of, that you're catching for some reason that you feel you need it. But perhaps it's time to let it go. Just ask yourself this question. I'm not coming up with a definite answer to tell you that you have to let go of some things. Of course, you need to hold on to the things that are good. But just see the situation. Is it worth holding on to that thing which you feel is good, but is not exactly serving you the right way? If so, maybe it's time to let go. So that was the first thought. The second thought was to deconstruct or to really edit or chop the whole entire journey of my swim. So I chopped it into 30 breaths, 30 full swim strokes. Like I go 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. So there are about 30 to 33 of these 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe, 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. So I deconstructed it and I focus on just one of these. So if in case I start feeling uncomfortable, my goal is to just go and do one of these things at a time. So if I'm suddenly starting to feel a little breathless or I feel I should stop, I tell myself, okay, just do 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe once. I mean, that's your entire journey. Just do it once and show me. Do it like a champion and show me. Do it in your best self and show me. And then I do it. And then I swim 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. And I'm able to sustain the discomfort if there is some. It shouldn't be there if you've let go or if you've done some things But if it's there, I tell myself, because there are some discomforting times in any journey, I tell myself just this one. And then it doesn't feel like a long journey anymore. It feels like a 10-second journey. It feels okay. I swim and I put my head up and I get to breathe again. So I just have to hold this state for 5 more seconds. And then that feels so much more comforting. I can't tell you. It feels as if I'm freed again. I mean, it feels as if, there is hope. There is just comfort. In the next 5 minutes, I'm just doing this for 5 more minutes. So it feels really temporary and it feels really comforting. So if you keep doing this, if you just focus on that small, tiny area, what in integration you call it DL or DS, because you integrate the whole thing. So disintegrating the whole thing, that small swim length, I call D-swim, let's say, small swim. And I just focus on that. So when I do that, it doesn't matter how much is left, how much more is there to do. I just do that and then I go on to the next one. It's more of being in the present moment and de-integrating, differentiating the whole journey. The third thing that I do to find comfort in the discomfort is to make the discomfort comfortable. I totally change my perspective on what I find discomforting. I make it like something that's really comfortable and I look at it that way. Let's say walking. That's a really comforting experience for me. So I put in the essence of walking in that swim of mine. So instead of feeling breathless while swimming, I feel that it's like walking. I can breathe anytime I want. I can just breathe anytime I want. By telling that to myself, it's comforting in a different way. It's like telling myself it's natural and it's normal. There's nothing wrong with this process. It's a completely natural state of being. And when I do that to myself, I start swimming like a fish. It doesn't start bothering me how much distance is left. I stop thinking about wanting to reach the other end. I stop all these other thoughts which make me feel breathless or which make me want to swim faster. I just start to relax and enjoy the journey. It's more of connecting or linking this discomforting experience of yours with something really, really soothing and relaxing. It could be anything you find really soothing and relaxing that just calms you down automatically. Use the essence of that experience and put it into this discomforting experience and see the magic work. It's a whole new level of experiencing the same thing, and you will wonder why you ever felt uncomfortable in the situation. So these were 3 things you can try out today. You can try out the first technique of letting go, something that you're holding which you feel is really necessary but is not serving you in its best possible way or the right way in your current situation. You can try the method of disintegrating or differentiating your entire situation and making it into really, really tiny parts in which you feel you can sustain yourself. And these tiny parts, after all, are an integration of the whole thing. So once you conquer your challenge or your struggle, bit by bit, it feels like a lesser challenge and it feels like you can do this. It feels much, much smaller. However big you feel the problem is, make that 100 times smaller. If you feel it's really big, make it really small. Make 10,000 parts of it. That's not a problem. But make it small. Make it look like you can do it. And do it. Because you can do it. So that was the second one of differentiating your problem. And the third one is linking it with something you find really comforting and relaxing. So when you do these three things, letting go, disintegrating or differentiating, and linking it with something that you find comforting, you find that your situation is, after all, a comfortable situation. May not be completely, but it's not as discomforting or unsettling as you think it might be. So that was today's podcast, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it, gained some insight and value through it. Think about it, ponder through these thoughts, and share it with your friends and relatives and whoever you're close to or around you, because once you share like I'm doing, it sticks with me forever, and the thoughts that are helpful should stick with you forever. So think about it and share it. Till then, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll meet you again next time. Hey my friends, did you enjoy this podcast? If you did, do rate, review and subscribe to it on iTunes or whichever app or application you are using. And if you feel someone in your life needs to hear this message, don't think twice about sharing it. Or if you feel this inspires you to record one of your own podcasts, go ahead and spread the good vibes. Spread the message of your life with good vibes.